I sorry, we technical difficulties. So we're gonna open with the last Raw before TLC and open it all up with Jerry the King Lawler. So, oh god, so he's speaking with or to about whatever you want to call it, Lana and Rusev. So, you know, Lana's got her lawyer in tow. I tell you, the biggest part for the whole deal was Joe in commentary. Like he's good at commentating. He's good at running his mouth. Much better than him trying to be in the ring by a long shot. Long shot. Yeah, I think he's a crap wrestler, and so let him just commentate. And tell you what, he can replace Corey Graves, and then we're good. Yeah, all is right with the world. But anyway, so Lana waived the distance provision in the restraining order for the signing and yada. So we obviously get the man of the hour to the ring and smiling just ear to ear like he just won a prize. Like he's smiling like he won the lottery. So he avoids her, like the plague, hugs Jerry. And anyway, he. So Lana goes in this big rant about how his selfishness, he lost it. It's the WWE universe, everybody. And then, I don't know. I told you, white girls are crazy. They're just crazy. AF. They're all crazy. And so he shows the replay last week. Anyway, I won't go into too much of this. It's just a waste of time. I've got like notes for the whole thing, and I can't get into it. It's horrible. It's 15 minutes of my life that I'll never see again, and I wish I had back. But anyway, la la. These are all still notes on this. They really took 15 minutes for the storyline. That's just horrible. And, Rusev, I don't know, Rusev ended up beating him up and whatever. So, I'm done with that. So, KO, we got him backstage butting up with Rey Mysterio, the 619 in the house. And that's pretty nice, man. I don't know. I like them both. Both of them are wrestlers that I went through a stage of not liking, and now they're back. So, anyway, Charlotte befriends Becky. Come up, offering the Becky 2 belts again. And he said, no, they're going to face, I don't want your help, any of that. So, what's going to happen. They're going to face Becky 2-on-1, handicap, whatever you want to call it. And from there, she's going to lose, and we're going to end up having the tag team match that we want, deserve. Right. KO, he's backstage now, and he's hunting down the AOP and asking everybody for it. But we have Mojo Rawley tries to mess with him, man. They went that way. Nope, that way. And I wouldn't tell you. Anyway, so there you go. Yeah. He didn't like that, so he smacks him. And that's good. I like that. And anyway, we go into tag team matches. Well, kinda. So we get the Viking Raiders, and they have the mic, and they issue open challenge time. Who's anybody who's willing to step up? So we get the Street Profits. I did not expect that. Didn't. Glad we got it though. And they haven't wrestled but like once. In fact, I think. Hold on. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I think it's their first one really since they've been on Raw. Or, yeah. Like, we've had a lot of profits, but no action. So, anyway, we end up, the Viking experience slows them down, and they win the match. And as we're celebrating with the pin on Montez, he stands in the ring, and they give a nice "what's up," sign of respect to the Street Profits, which is nice. So that's a nice little friendly rivalry, maybe to be visited later. Who knows? They may. Who knows? So then we get an interruption of all times here. Like, it doesn't make sense to have it here, but Rollins, sorry, I am, but I've got something to say, and he he tells everyone they're more than welcome to stay out there while he talks, but his body action said differently. That his body said, "Get out now," and they did. Everyone kind of leaves, and he says that he doesn't care if he has a broken hand, and he wants the AOP out there right now. And we get yeah, so this KO, yeah, we get the real man. And this isn't for you yet. Comes out with that lead pipe. And they aren't here. AOP's here. I've been looking for them, and they're not that smart. So he still wholeheartedly believes that Rollins is in bed with the AOP. And I'll admit, I thought that was kind of ludicrous. Thought it kind of crazy that would be what he assumed, but that's what he thinks. He believes what he believes. So AOP actually pulls into the arena now at this point in this, I don't know, van. It's like they're in suits and they arrive in a cargo van. So anyway, Rollins, the AOP is here. They will come down here, kick your ass. It's nothing to do with me. And Rollins says that they just happen to show up when he's there, and he's going to leave because it's the right thing to do. Show that there's no association. And KO lets him know that doesn't matter, because when he's done, he's coming looking for you, Rollins. And, come on, AOP, come to the ramp, come to the ring. I'm the loud one with a pipe, and I'm not very hard to find. And, of course, instead they come on the big screen, and they're just speaking gibberish. They really are. It's pretty horrible. I don't know. They're going to have to impress me. They're not likable at this point. But instead, we get, yeah. So I'm just as surprised as you. I'm not supposed to be here. And so apparently Zayn made it by applying for a managerial license so that he can float as a manager. So Zayn is Raw and Smackdown, apparently. So anyway, then KO tells KO anyone is tough with a steel pipe in their hand. And so KO says, okay, here you go. Tosses it to him. When he reaches up, stunner. And then KO just beats his ass with it. And that's great. That's great. So KO gets out to this van. And this is the weirdest damn van ever. So he beats the lights. He goes to the back and opens it, and there's a chair, like a barber chair. What the is that doing in there? It looks like it's another one straight ahead of it on the right. But he tries to pull on it, and he gets attacked by AOP. And the 2-on-1, the beat down, and then the chair turns. And we do have Rollins, Seth frickin' Rollins. He was involved in all that, and tells him, Kev, it's come to this, I'm sorry, and then face stomp on the asphalt. And yeah, he's dogging Kevin for his actions, and then does the same thing. So he comes out and tells everyone, what do you want from me? Pretty much, I'm doing all I can, and blah 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 blah, and blah 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 blah. Your prophecy has turned fiction to fact. So he still doesn't acknowledge that it was that way before, but either way, it's that way now. So he's blaming the WWE universe, he's blaming you on that decision, and I don't know. It's hard to understand when these two don't pop out too much English. And KO leaving on a stretcher. That ain't good. But, oh well. So, we get the man, Becky Lynch. So we got what he said. The 2-on-1, the handicap. And it was kind of embarrassing that it took one woman beating two up this bad, and they're the tag team champions. But finally, Asuka gets the steel chair to get a DQ, and table out. I keep thinking Charlotte's going to come to her aid, but she doesn't. So we just get Becky put up a hell of a fight. They lay her on the table. Kairi Sane with the salute and the insane elbow, and Lynch is left on the table. So, but on the way back, Charlotte did ask Becky, how did that go for you? The workout, okay. So, then we get the next weirdo section of the whole deal. Rowan. Alright, he's versus some no names, but he carries out some sort of covered cage or something, and then a guy runs away with it, and he follows him and beats him and comes back, and he kept saying, what's wrong with you? Hurt someone I love? This is weird. He's completely insane, and he's got an animal in a cage. So, I don't know how that's going to go. But, Kabuki Warriors, they issue the tag challenge, I think. I don't know. But we get a great little segment of after the weekend update. So we have the Street Profits doing SNL skit. So I hope they keep it for a little while. The best part of SNL comes to Raw. That's weird. But anyway, we go. It's a headliner? Yeah. AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio. Styles is still trying to get this damn title back by any means necessary. Hopefully he won't. I probably will. But we got the match going on. OC walks to the ring. AJ, of course, will try to get the advantage. I'm waiting for Orton to just straight drop him at some point. But he actually does it, to his credit. I guess, to his credit, if that's what it is. But we get where I lost it. Orton does roll in, but he just distracts AJ. It slides back out so that Ray can roll him up. There's no DQ, and Mysterio can just win it outright, which was good. And what did I do? All right, there we go. Thought my audio was jacked, but that's how we end our Raw. Uh, Kind of a little bit of lead up going into um, um, TLC, but all in all, not a whole lot going on, but it's all good. So we roll into Wednesday night with Angel Garza, Leo Rush, and you know, shit. Rush even takes a cheap shot during the intros, but this was a hell of a match, man. It's Rush got caught in Hurricane Rana at some point, and these guys they're impressive. They have great moves. I never thought I would like Leo after, especially just being a sidekick for so long, and it was good to see. Wing clipper. Pretty much, man. They bet, I don't know, all kinds of stuff. Bounce him off the rope, back up to the top. But we end up getting the third total wing clipper. But Garza got it on Leo and got actually turned it into some weird submission and then the tap out. So we have the first Mexican champion, and yeah, Garza is your new lightweight champ. So good old fashioned grudge match. Mia Yim, Dakota Kai. That's the one that beat her down at War Games. It's a brutal match, really, but it's more of a street fight of sorts, and but we get a DQ because she tries to use the knee brace, and in the meantime, though, she takes off the turnbuckle, old school style, and Yim's face gets slammed in. So Dakota Kai takes the win, but after the fact is when we have just goes 8, man. Slams her from behind, slams her into a wall, takes her up and over the tech booth, through a table, and just really starts the beatdown experience, so to speak. So, we go next to the champ, Undisputed Era, Adam Cole. He's out to watch this triple threat match. Determines the number one contender. Ciampa, Balor, Keith Lee. So my guess would be that Lee and Ciampa, they'll keep their team loyalty until Balor's done, and then that's it. So, but Finn, he goes out to Lee first. But it does look like it's going to play out that way. 2-on-1 and then step it up. But we even get, at one point, Ciampa has, let's see, Lee has Ciampa in the electric chair, and Ciampa has Balor on his shoulders. So Big Keith Lee holds that for a minute and then drops it. But in the end, Keith Lee hits a power bomb on Ciampa, and as he's doing the pin, we get Balor off the top and the coup de grace right in the chest. So Balor pins Lee, and so we have Balor versus Adam Cole for the title next week. That's going to be the highlight of the week, especially following TLC. Sorry, I'm a little verklempt. Next up, we are in Smackdown model now. There wasn't much NXT, man. It's like an hour. Um, yeah, so we're closing out the week before Sunday, essentially. So we open up King Corbin. Uh, Ziggler's already there. So it's just a bunch of talking shit about Roman, as you expect. And we get New Day out. And I hear there's a Burger King in town running in that imaginary title. Yeah, so I don't know. Basically, we end up. So now they're going to have their tag team match, and that is what it is. So, but as Corbin and Dolph go back to the locker room, there's like a trail of people. Their whole room's knocked out. I guess something was taken, but we all know Roman's not here tonight. That's what they tell us. So they're trying to have a match with Fire and Desire, and yeah. Anyway, they're facing Bliss and Cross, and Bliss and Cross meet them on the ramp, and that whole thing had to be broken up to even get there. It didn't last long, man. Crazy Cross hits a neck breaker and pins DeVille. That one's a wrap. Heavy Machinery, Sami Zayn runs into them being a dick, and yeah. Anyway, they just sets up tag team with Heavy Machinery and Cesaro and Shinsuke. Shorty G, Ali versus the Revival. This is a little bit more of. These are setup matches for Sunday, so it is what it is. As Bailey's giving an interview though, we got Elias talking smack again, and we end up getting a Dana Brooke versus Bailey matchup, and it didn't take long for Bailey. Sorry, tired holidays. And then we get another interview with The Miz from his home, discussing how he feels. And then Marsh screams, and we have the baby monitor, and we get Wyatt and the let me in creepy dolls in the crib and shit. So they're all freaking out. And yeah, that's awesome. So then we have a Firefly Funhouse and the same little doll. And do you love family? Zowie wowie. Yeah. And so looks like it's going to be Bray, not The Fiend. For whatever that's going to matter. But Shinsuke Cesaro versus Viking Raiders. No, versus Heavy Machinery. And I don't know. Anyway, Shinsuke, he ends up hitting, what did he do? He ended up with the foot kicked, and what the hell? My whole thing with the excusez-moi. There we go. So they're putting on the show. So anyway, they where's that? It's killing me. Anyway, so we have Big E, Kofi win that one. Then we have our Corbin Dolph match, and they get DQ'd when they bring in handcuffs this time, and shoot, I lost audio for a sec. Anyway, so yeah, Reigns ends up like knocking everyone out with a spear over the top, and Revival and Ziggler win this match though. But the ladder was brought out. Roman knocked Dolph off of it and lets Kofi down, and it's pretty much it. This is on for the weekend. And that's it for the week, too. And we'll go ahead and cut it here, too. Audio skip. But follow the GOW podcast show. And we're going to hit up the pay-per-view. Peace.